Welcome to Environmental Science, fully online class that I teach at Shasta College in Redding, California. My name's Ken Nolte, and I want to spend a few minutes just kind of going over the class, looking at the syllabus a little bit, and showing you what's in Canvas so that you can be successful. So, what you're looking at now is actually specifically the section for fall of 2018. But if you're taking the class in the summer or any other semester, it's going to look and function exactly the same. So you may see a few things that have dates on it. Those will always be fixed or updated depending on what semester that you're actually taking the class. So if you've gotten this far, obviously you've already been able to log into Shasta College online, which would take you to the class. You'll start out when you access the course by seeing the home page here that's visible on my desktop. Just a little bit of introductory information, including my email and phone number. The bulk of the class will be going on over on the side panel here. All of these links are active, and you'll be using them at some point during the semester. Now, the version of what you're seeing is what I see. Your side will look just a little bit different. Some of the excuse me, items on the list here won't be available on your side. So you basically will get started by clicking on the modules link, and what you'll be seeing is each week I'll open up the next module. So right now, again, because it's my view, you can sort of see everything. But for you, you'll see everything kind of week by week. When you first register for the class, you would have access to this top area here, which has this introductory video that you're watching now, a link to the course objectives, which are also on the syllabus, a copy of the syllabus, a copy of the matrix that you should look at when understanding how you're going to be graded on the discussion topics that you'll be working on throughout the semester. And then sort of your first assignment, although it's not a graded assignment, is to click on that sometime, hopefully the first week of the semester. And as with all assignments, you'll read, and this one is basically just to tell me a little bit about yourself. That way, me, but also all the other students in the class, you guys get to read a little bit about each other, so you have a better idea, who you're in the class with. We'll spend a little time on the syllabus in a minute. Excuse me. A little ongoing throat issue. So usually Sunday of a given week, I'll open up the following week's content. So for week 1, you would see the content here, chapter 1, which includes just the PowerPoint slides, but then also an audio lecture. I'm working on upgrading everything to be video, kind of like you're seeing now with me talking to you. But this is me talking to you while you're watching the PowerPoint slides. So basically like sitting in on a lecture, but you won't see my face all the time. Again, I'm working on updating that, but I haven't got there yet. And then there may be weeks where I have other websites, things that I want you to access, check out. And then when there's a assignment, and there will be 10 assignments, so there will not be one every week, you'll again notice that the assignment will be there. The due date will show up when I update the class. So basically you just click on the assignment, read what it is that I want you to respond to, and then again, notice also 200 word minimum. You'll hit reply, type in your response, or what I even like is just typing out the responses in a word processor. That way you can spell check and word count, and then copy and paste it into the discussion topic. So any week that there is an assignment, you'll see it there, and it should also show up in the calendar within Canvas. And then that'll go on all semester, basically week by week. And then just as an example, when there's a quiz, it'll remind you that the quiz is on what chapters. So each quiz is on 3 chapters. First quiz is chapters 1, 2, and 3. Second quiz is chapters 4, 5, 6, etc. When the quiz is available and you're ready to take it, you'll select the quiz. The timer will start, and then you'll have to complete the quiz and submit it. So again, there's notes, lecture, audio notes for every section, some websites occasionally to read, a total of 10 assignments, and then a total of 6 quizzes that are basically going to happen every 3 weeks. The links on the side include a grades link, so make sure you log into that frequently and track your progress. You can have a direct link to the quizzes and the discussions as well. You can access everyone else in the class if you want to maybe communicate with anyone else or send them an email, basically. And then a number of other resources that Shasta College offers, including links to help you be successful in a fully online class, tutoring, library resources, and a bunch of other stuff. All right, so let me go to the syllabus now. So again, it's your responsibility, like for every course you have or will ever take, to read the syllabus carefully. I still like to suggest you print a copy of it and have it sitting by your computer or in your notebook or whatever. That way you have a paper copy that shows everything you need to know. But again, that's up to you whether you use it digitally or use a hard copy. Contact information's at the top, and you can email me at my campus email, but I would prefer that if you email me about this class, that you actually use the Canvas email, which is over on the side here. You click inbox, and then you'll select, just like any other email, you'll choose who you want to email to, start typing Nolte or something, compose the email and send it. I've got several hundred students in a total of about 6 classes, so I used sometimes get emails from a student to my campus email, and the email address will be, fieryredhead92@yahoo.com, and they'll never say their name. And so they'll ask a question, but I don't know who they are, and I don't know what class they're talking about. Whereas if you send me an email inside of Canvas, it'll always identify who you are and which of my classes you're in. So I much prefer that. And I'm not going to talk about everything today. You can read the syllabus on your own. Again, there's the description of the course. Very important information, obviously, about the textbook. 5th edition is the one we're on. I don't care if you get an older edition, but remember that you're still responsible for the content. There are things that have changed. So if you get a different edition, just make sure that you listen to my audio lectures and read the notes and realize there are some differences. Excuse me. Course objectives are listed, learning outcomes, and then some campus or college policies that we all are required to include. in our syllabi, content about accommodations for disabilities and who to contact if you believe you would benefit from any sort of assistance, extended test times, or help in any way with your courses. Academic honesty, dropping, student conduct and discipline. All that stuff is there so that you can be clear on what your role is as a student. This is a fully online class, but you're still expected to participate in the class. And as I say here, that means demonstrating an interest in reading the material, sharing insights through the discussion topics, and being aware of the due dates of assignments and quizzes, making sure things get submitted on time. And if you follow those rules and you treat this class as if it were any other class, it's not going to be easier. It may not be more difficult, but you have to take the responsibility for fully online classes to make sure that you're doing the work on time. Basically, 3 things that will count for grades. 6 quizzes, as I mentioned, 30 points each. That's 180 points. There are 10 discussion topics, and there's 2 parts to each discussion topic. There's the first part where you respond to the topic that I post, and those again have to be 200 words, and all that is what I'm talking about is highlighted here in the paragraph under assignments. So the first part is due on Wednesday of the week that I make it available for you. Then by Sunday of that same week, you have to respond to another student's post, and those are worth 10 points each. So each assignment has got 2 parts to it. The first part is you responding to my topic. Second part is you responding to another student's post. Again, the first response has to be 200 words in length, and that's why it's good to type it out in a word processor and then spell check it, word count it. Your reply to another student's post should be 50 words in length. And again, those are due on Sunday, and those are worth 10 points. Unlike the quizzes, you can submit an assignment late as long as it's turned in within 1 week of the due date. You can still earn partial credit, but some credit is always better than 0 credit, right? So again, you can review the information about the 10 discussion assignments. I already mentioned 6 quizzes, 30 points each. They're going to be basically multiple choice questions, 30 questions taken from a pool of a couple hundred questions. So basically every student's going to get a different set of questions. 75 minutes to complete the quiz. They'll always be available, the days and times. I'll scoot down here. The days that each quiz will be available will be on the syllabus. So for the fall semester, the first quiz is at the end of week 3, and it'll be available September 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you'll have 4 days to complete each of the quizzes. Whichever day you choose, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, once you start the quiz, you have to finish it. You can't pause it and come back to it later. Once the timer starts, you'll have 75 minutes to complete it. And also remember, since I know from experience, a lot of you will wait until Sunday night to take the quiz. The quiz has to be turned in by midnight. You can't start it at 11:59. Well, you can, but you'll have 1 minute to take it, because at midnight it will submit the quiz for you. And again, no exceptions. I can't allow you to make up the quiz. The only way that you can take the quiz at a different time is if you contact me ahead of time and we make, some sort of arrangement. But you can't email me Monday and say, "Oh, I forgot the quiz. Can I take it?" Unfortunately, I'll tell you that that's not going to be an option. Which again, it's also why it's really important to read the syllabus, make sure you're clear on everything. Now, I always get the question as well, like every instructor, what can I do for extra credit? The only option for this class is to complete student success workshops that are available at Shasta College. We offer them face-to-face, in classrooms at certain days and times, but we also offer them as fully online workshops. So if you go to the Shasta College website and search for online student success workshops, you'll be able to find them. You can do up to 4 workshops. I give you 5 points per workshop, so that would be a total of 20 points that you can make up, which basically would be about the equivalent of, missing 1 discussion or 2 replies, or it would get you, quite a few points back if you happen to miss a quiz. So fairly straightforward. Again, the tentative course schedule, we do the class in order, chapter 1 through chapter 16 in that order. A quiz every 3 weeks, except for the very last one. A quiz every 3 weeks that tells you exactly what days and times the quiz is. And again, the quiz is always just on the previous 3 chapters. And holidays are listed here, as well as our Thanksgiving break for the fall. After the tentative schedule is the important dates. Now again, these are for the fall semester, but if you're taking this class in the summer or in the spring, then these dates would change. I would update the syllabus to indicate the differences. And then the summary of the course content, and then this is just kind of the bottom of Canvas showing all the content. So, bottom line is, from my experience, I've been teaching 22 years. I've been teaching online classes for a long time. I don't even know now, maybe 15 years or close to it. And there are just a couple of things that are going to cause you to not do well in this class. Either you don't take it seriously for whatever reason. Sometimes people think online classes are going to be easier. Some of them might be, but this one won't be easier than if you took it, sitting in a classroom with me. Second major thing is just not paying attention to the dates on the syllabus, missing assignments or missing quizzes because you don't read the syllabus or because you don't pay attention to the the modules, and noticing again when there's an assignment. Again, I haven't set it up yet, but the due date will show up as well right below the assignment as a reminder. And really that's it. More people, the most people that don't pass this class, it's because of these discussions. They just don't do them. And I don't know why. That really is the fun part of the class. I don't like taking quizzes any more than you do. But this is all, time. You got days to think about your answer. These are all based on your opinion of these topics, and then what facts you learn from the book or read on your own. So again, the only way you can do poorly on these is simply not turn them in. And that just, I hate when I see that, people failing the class simply because they just didn't do the assignments for whatever reason that might have been. So last thing is on the quizzes. Again, because it's an online class, people assume, well, I'll just, I'll open the quiz, I got the book, I'll just look up all the answers and things will be fine. If you depend on looking up all 30 of the answers, you won't have enough time. You'll get half the quiz done. So before you take the quiz, you really need to study for it, just like you would if you were in a class and you had to come into a classroom and sit down and take a quiz, with no book and with a certain time limit. Now again, you can use your book obviously, but if you depend on trying to look up every answer, you will run out of time. So review the material, listen to the lectures, prepare for the quiz, and then when you're ready, take it. All right, so that's just kind of a quick overview. I'm sure some of you have had online classes before, so some of this stuff hopefully you've already picked up. If this is your first online class, just make sure you take it seriously, you keep up with everything, and then most importantly, I guess, is if there's something you're not understanding, you don't know how to do something, you can't find something, any question at all, that you just email me. Whether it's good or bad, most of us are available 24/7 on our phones. And when I get an email, I usually try to reply to it as soon as I can, within minutes or hours, maybe a day or two at the very, very longest. But email me and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And all I hope is that everyone enjoys the class, takes it seriously, and that you learn some stuff this semester. All right. So hope you get off to a great semester, and I look forward to getting to know each of you a little bit better.